huge trade that kind of overshadowed the draft there for a little bit. A.J. Brown going from the Titans to the Eagles, and on the DK Sportsbook, his season receiving yards total is set at 1,009.5. Does he get there, though, with Jalen Hurts under center, Pearce?
I don't think so. We are hyping Philly up because they made the playoffs, but you look at the way they got into the playoffs. They played the Giants twice, and they played the Commanders twice. They weren't really a good playoff team, and they had all these draft picks, so there's just this Philly hype train. If we just go back to last season, we'll remember that he had a QB rating under 50. He looked terrible most of the time. Jalen Hurts is not a good quarterback. His intended air yards are 4th, which is good, but we look at completed air yards, he ranks 14th. So he doesn't complete very many passes. Now, you can blame the wide receivers if you want, but Hurts just has not been a great passer. That's not going to bode well for A.J. Brown. And then let us not forget that Philadelphia loves to run the ball. They run the ball constantly. And so when they do pass, they don't complete passes. And then if that's not enough, the offensive line is terrible. Carson Wentz got run out of town because he was getting sacked every single play. That really didn't change with Jalen Hurts. He faced a 26% pressure rate last season. I know it's exciting in the offseason to hype up Philadelphia, but all the problems that existed last season, they're still there. I think this is a downgrade for Brown.
Okay, Reid, how difficult? Okay, you're shocked at what Pearce just said, so you don't see it being as difficult to hit this mark?
No, not at all. I mean, he goes from one team to runs the ball the most and basically in the NFL with Derrick Henry. I mean, who loves to run the ball more than Tennessee and Mike Vrabel and Derrick Henry? And Ryan Tannehill, yes, you talk about a pure pocket passer, he's better than Jalen Hurts. But what we don't know, and yes, I'm going down narrative street, a street that Pearce rarely goes on, is like these guys are really good buds. I mean, we just talked about Kyler Murray and Hollywood Brown and how that can help. We see what happens with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Now, I'm not saying that's the case in one iota, but that does make a difference. And you take a look at this number, guys. It was around 909.5, I think, when this trade happened. Now it's gone up 100 yards, meaning a lot of people are on this going on the over. And A.J. Brown in 2 of his last 3 seasons has gone over 1,000 yards with Derrick Henry being the best running back in the NFL. So granted, I agree with Pearce that in Philadelphia, it's a little bit wonky in terms of how it's going to operate because, you have some other players there like Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, but A.J. Brown in this offense, I think can really open up a lot. So I'm going over.